Just thought I'd show my little Blu Ray collection since we got one in the living room, one in the bedroom. It's just a couple, joints that I picked and she picked, so enjoy. Now, the first stack we got is some joints that I picked up for myself. This right here is basically a classic in a sense, The Legend of Billie Jean. If you've never seen it, yeah, you wouldn't know nothing about it. 80s film, came out in 85, a year after I was born. Definitely a good film, rebellious teen on a mission. I don't really want to say what it's about, but there you go right there. So that's one film. Then, as you see, it ain't even open. One of my favorite out of the franchise, Child's Play. Self-explanatory. I still think they need to remake this, reboot it, because I think now with the way they got technology in horror films, this would be a good one to have. Then we got Crazies. This movie was a fucking trip. You know what I mean? Once you found out what it was all about and why they was doing what they was doing, it was crazy. It's one of my favorite films too. I just watched this tonight, Mr. Brooks. It kind of got a trippy ending, but you got to really pay attention to the movie to get it. It's a good one. You know what I mean? I never got to see it when it dropped in theaters, but I definitely checked it out. It's a good film. Of course, Mortal Kombat Legacy, if y'all remember the little TV show they had or whatever you want to call it. A couple episodes on here, It's pretty good, it's not bad, but these are some of the ones that I picked out. Let's look at her side. These are stacks that we both agreed on, movies that we either seen or didn't get to see at a movie theater and wanted to get. We actually seen this the first day it came out. It wasn't as funny as the first one, but she got a laugh out of it. I thought it was okay. I definitely feel like the part where he thought the Mexican chick ended up, wanting him, and how he curved her or basically got curved. She ended up liking him, and he let her down easy in the end of the film. But I definitely see them doing a part 3. Stone Cold, this was one. Stone Cold does his acting, straight to DVD films, and we've seen a couple of them that he starred in that was pretty dope. So I definitely feel like we had to grab that. Nothing more to say about that. Blitz, John Statham, another movie. It's in, I don't like where it's filmed at. I think it's filmed in France or some shit like that. And it's a good movie, but I just wish it was filmed over here in the States. Nothing bad to say about it, but hey. Juno is one of the ones that I like because I just thought it was crazy how it just at the time it is dropping, it just was something different. You know what I mean? And if you understand the story of it, and half the actors in it, I'm a fan of Michael Cera, of course, Jason Bateman, Ellen Page. So I always thought this was a good movie. It reminded me of Napoleon Dynamite a little bit, and I mean, the cover itself looked crazy because it just looked like a bunch of pills. But I do believe those are Tic Tacs. It could be, but it's definitely a good pickup if you into movies like this. And the last one, of course, my favorite. We actually saw this the first day. Crazy. It was in the theaters. A lot of people say it wasn't good as the first one. I definitely feel like they could have did more with Ultron. If you into the comics, you understand who Ultron was. He wasn't that easy to defeat. He recreated himself so many times. He was like strong as shit. But in the movie, they kind of played him as weak. Vision, of course, he becomes an Avenger. But it's definitely dope, and we now know that the new Avengers will have Thanos finally, and if you know anything about Thanos, that's why I think they had to split it in 2 films. But that's basically just my little, or our little collection of Blu-ray discs. Soon more to come, you know what I mean? Couple new releases and shit like that. But just something different for the channel and thought y'all probably would like. But other than that, man, yeah, this that was hers. Films that she kind of enjoy, and Spy. I definitely enjoy Melissa McCarthy, John Statham. We both actually like both actors, but I put her on to Melissa McCarthy, so this is one of her joints right here. We actually went to the movie theater to see this, and she had a ball watching it. She was laughing her ass off, so she picked it up. Trainwreck was kind of my idea because I'm a fan of Amy Schumer's comedy, and I watch a lot of her comedy shows. This movie is definitely something different if you're not expecting certain things. You got John Cena in the movie, LeBron's in the movie, you know, Amon Stoudemire. Just it's just different. It's a real take on like love and commitment and being afraid to commit. So definitely, you know what I mean. The title really don't fit the script, but it's basically to me based off her actual life. So it's pretty good. I mean, it's saved from the guys who bought you Bridesmaids, but we all know who wrote it. So it's one of mine. I mean, both of ours, I guess. Then we got the triple play. This is hers. Alice Cross. I kind of didn't like the movie. One for the Money is a good one. Then you got the Lincoln Lawyer. I never saw it, but I think she did, and it is what it is. It's the one she picked. So still ain't open yet, but moving on. Bounty Hunter is a film that we both enjoy, but her more than me. She put me on to this one. I was a fan of Hitch and found out that the people that directed Hitch was making this. And Gerard Butler is an amazing actor. Of course, Jennifer Aniston, you already know what show she from. Friends, you dig? So, and that's one of my girl's favorite shows. So, yeah, it's a good comedy if you're into comedy. But let's keep going. This is just some shit. You know how they do the whole parody movies where they put a bunch of movies together. I think we was in Big Lots and she has seen it, and just the title alone, it we decided to get it because every one of these films that it's inspired from, we enjoy. I definitely enjoy Superbad, Knocked Up, 40-year-old virgin. You know what I'm saying, and Sarah Marshall. So I think it's pretty funny. And then we got 12 Rounds too, and basically I seen the first one, and she let me know Randy Orton's in the second one. I'm still a fan of Randy Orton as a wrestler, but so this is just her stack of movies that she basically wanted to get. Moving on.